Heading the other way, Tomas Hertl. Stopped along the near wall, threw it toward the net. It was blocked. Follow-up shot by Brandon Saad. Stopped by Wedgwood. And then 23 more blocked. Jared Bednar said this morning, just 4 or 5 more get on net. It might have been a different story. Burns has always put it on net. The rebound is free. And taken by Howden. Off for Mitch Marner. Dropped it back for Theodore. Back for Marner. Down low. He jammed the brakes on and tried to catch Wedgwood sliding away.
Watch how quickly the Howden pass springs Marner. Nelson's got to get back here in the back check. He's way slow, and Theodore's got room to get it back to Marner. Marner wants to deke and go to the short side on
Hertl. Almost had it taken away by Nichushkin. Coughlin threw it toward the net. Free puck. They tried to jam it out in front, but Hertl couldn't get it there. Korzak kept it in. He's been a healthy scratch in 4 of the previous 5. Out in front. Saad put it in the blue paint. Still free. Whacking away. And now a whistle.
Saw the Saad chance on the first shift. And here's Hertl right in the crease. Wedgwood to see a change there. That cannot go shift after shift like that.
McKinnon won the draw from Eichel. Here's Landeskog, the captain, and a glove save made by Hart. Cole Smith stopped and fired, and that wound up off the back glass. Sent down low, Theodore. Good stick by Wedgwood to poke it away from Dowd in favor of Vegas. They won despite being outshot in game 1. 6th time in the playoffs they've done that. McKinnon put it right on, and a right pad save. And then lost game 1 here 2 nights ago. The puck is free, and O'Connor throws it on net after Hart came out to knock it away from Drury.
So this is an advantage here for Colorado.
Cavs win the draw. Malinsky through a crowd. Skated through center by Dorofeev. Rolls into Wedgwood, and he's not going to take any chances. Dowd has it back for the Golden Knights. Here's Theodore walking to the high slot, and it's smothered by Wedgwood. Down to 6:25 to go, first period. And that one sent right on net and handled by Hart. On the flip by Manson. Waved 3 times, called up 7 times. You don't have far to go in Vegas and you get called up. Here's Marner in alone. Stopped, and the rebound stopped by Wedgwood. Down the wall and then taken into the boards in the corner by Saad. Lehkonen off Hart and into the corner. Ross Colton now. Played back to the line, snapped toward the net by Burns. They score! On the follow-up, Ross Colton. Colorado leads 1-0.
But you make up for it in the playoffs if you can get to the puck, can get to your chances. Nazem Kadri starts this play down below the goal line. It goes back to the point. And we've talked about Brent Burns a couple of times. He does not miss the net. Well, this shot gets blocked by Korzak right in front of Hart. It drops to Colton.
Colton was a physical presence in game 1. He had 6 hits. That led Colorado. Sent on net again. Wall on the far wall, pinned by Dorofeev, kept in by Eichel. He got wrapped up by Nelson. It got turned over to Kadri. Then it got handed to Dorofeev right out in front.
Standing back in front of the net. Kadri wants to lead this for Malinsky. It turns out to land right on the backhand of Dorofeev. You see him turning and shooting.
Who covered the point for Taves. Landeskog, back of the line. Taves just did keep it in. A bouncing puck. McKinnon threw it right on net. Landeskog tried to bat it out of the air. Taves to Burns on target. Stopped by Hart. Theodore centers, trying to set up Carlson in the slot. It's flipped ahead by McKinnon. Picked up by Malinsky. Out in front for a Landeskog tip. Here's Burns. Nice pass. Nichushkin stopped by Hart. Malinsky gave it back to Kadri. The 35-year-old, big part of their cup. That one's blockered down off the shot by Malinsky. Turn Dorofeev to Theodore. They'll try to get the #1 power play set up again. They have the personnel out there. Eichel goes for a shot. Marner had a whack and a rebound, and Lehkonen cleared.
Because you can't get it on target.
Off the face-off, Noah Hannafin. Backhands it on net, kicked out by Wedgwood. After his recent difficulties. Blankenberg for Manson. Wristed right on net. Hart saw that all the way. And gloved it. Noah Hannafin. Malinsky cross ice. It got through to McKinnon. Drop back for Taves. And that one goes wide. Malinsky put it on net. He puts the brakes on. Part of the gold medal winning Team USA at the Olympics. Manson, that was deflected up high. Colorado 5-0 in the playoffs when scoring first. Back to the regular season, they've won 13 out of 14. Smith a shot. That winds up off the back glass. Korzak took a heavy hit from Kadri. They both went down. The physicality continues as Burns put a check in a Dowd. No icing. Kolasar just left it there for a centering pass and a chance for Kadri. And it almost wound up in their net.
You see, Kolasar almost stops, but when he tries to reverse it, he hands it to O'Connor, who just continues to skate. That's Nick Waugh, rather. Waugh gets his stick right in the passing lane, and he sees Kadri's wide open in front of the net. That could have been a catastrophe for Keek.
And the Golden Knights win. 3 hits from Kadri tonight. Turnaround shot by Waugh, gloved by Hart. Anderson across the line. Eichel heading for the net. Anderson couldn't get it through. Here's McKinnon with Hannafin back. McKinnon, a quick shot. Kicked out by Hart. 3 times they've come back in the third period. It's Braden McNabb all the way to the net front in his return to action. Denied by Wedgwood. In a row now without a goal of any kind. He sends it down low. Marner trying to spin away from Malinsky. Right out in front. And stopped by Wedgwood.
Ups, including this one on Mitch Marner. Marner makes a great move out of the corner. He wants to go 5-hole, but Wedgwood flattens the pad, squeezes it.
Get there first. He's much speedier than Braden McNabb, but McNabb did well to get back into the play, get a stick on it. Now here's Barbashev. It winds up with Eichel. They're onside. Eichel room. Eichel a shot, and he scores! Jack Eichel has tied it with 10:45 to go. His first goal in 11 games.
Jack Eichel can go that long without a goal, but he's going to have plenty of room. Taves backed off because it was a 3-on-2. So look at this room for Eichel. He gets to take a step. Wedgwood will not like that goal. The right-handed shooter, his stick is on the outside, and he beats Wedgwood far to the post and in. And Vegas has tied this game up.
The other 3 were in the opening round against Utah, which they won in 6 games. They also beat Anaheim in the second round in 6. Taves got tangled up with his own man Nelson. Free puck. Eichel has it again. Barbashev. He scores! Ivan Barbashev. And all of a sudden, it's 2-1 Vegas.
.67 coming in. He's a physical player, but he could shoot the puck as well. Taves cannot clear this. They have 2 cracks at it, both him and Nelson. And when Taves tries to clear it, Dorofeyev will knock it out of the air. Eichel just touches it over. And Barbashev, 2 minutes and 7 seconds after Jack Eichel made a...
And a lot of the big guns for Colorado have been on for nearly 2 minutes now. Minute 45 plus. For McKinnon. Nelson put it right on net. Rebound to Barbashev. He skates around an exhausted Taves and scores into the empty net. 3-1 Vegas with 1:03 to go.
One shot. It's Brock Nelson's shot right here. Hart does his job. And then as you see Vegas all packed in tight of the dots, they are able to clear it. And Barbashev sends this empty netter in a wild celebration.
Final seconds ticking off. For the 4th time in these playoffs, the Vegas Golden Knights rally from behind in the 3rd period to win.